clock glowed 4:30 a.m., each digit a tiny hammer pounding in her skull. Another all-nighter, another mountain of work spilling off her desk. She hadn't seen a real sunrise in weeks, just the sickly blue glow of her computer screen. She was a people-pleaser, a human sponge. Her boss needed everything yesterday, her family needed constant reassurance, and her neighbor, well, her neighbor needed help wrangling Princess Fluffybutt III. She was drowning, but she kept treading water, fueled by lukewarm coffee and the constant fear of disappointing literally everyone. She dragged herself to the window, expecting the usual pre-dawn darkness, but instead a soft pearly light was blooming on the horizon. Not harsh, not demanding, gentle, like a shy child peeking out from behind a curtain. Something unfamiliar, a tiny flicker of peace, lit up in her chest. She made her usual pot of midnight black coffee, but instead of rushing back to work, she stepped onto the porch. She sank into the old wooden swing her grandfather built and watched the sky transform. Lavender, rose, gold, chasing away the night. For the first time in months, she just listened. Listened to a quiet she didn't know she'd been starving for. Then a fluffy orange cat hopped into her lap, purring like a tiny motor. Marmalade, the neighbor's cat. Traitor, the neighbor croaked from across the street, clutching Princess Fluffybutt like a scandalized Victorian aunt. She laughed, a real laugh. Beautiful sunrise, isn't it? Her neighbor squinted. You okay, dear? You look relaxed? I think I might be, she said. As the sun climbed higher, something shifted. The weight wasn't gone, but it felt lighter, manageable. Her phone buzzed, a flood of urgent emails. She took a deep breath and muted everything. You can't just ignore everyone, her neighbor gasped. Just for a bit, she said, smiling. She spent the morning on the porch, just coffee, the sunrise, and marmalade asleep on her lap. Even Princess Fluffybutt offered a tiny, offended tail wag. When she finally went inside, she didn't run to her to-do list. Instead, she made a proper breakfast, ate it slowly, talked to her family. Later, she called her boss. I won't be in today, she said, but it can wait. I'm taking a few personal days. And then she hung up. She spent the rest of the day doing absolutely nothing. Read a book, took a nap, made cookies with her family, and for once, she didn't apologize for resting. That evening, she watched the sunset from the same porch, marmalade by her side. Peace settled over her like a warm blanket. The next morning, she woke up before dawn again, but this time, she wasn't filled with dread. She was curious what the day would bring, and as the first rays peeked over the horizon, she smiled. It was a new day, a gentler one, and she was ready for it, one sunrise at a time. The clock glowed.